Flosstube friends, I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I talk about life blabbings and cross stitching. So welcome. If you are new to my channel, I've had another little uptick in numbers, so that's fantastic. So welcome. I hope you like what you see, you subscribe, do all the things. Yeah, we just have fun. And then of course, you know, for my returning viewers, you guys all know, regardless of whether you're returning or new, I appreciate you. And I do know that there are lots of floss tubers to watch in our community, and I'm just thrilled that you decide that I'm one that you'd like to watch. So even though I am clearly very, very sporadic in my uploads. So today is Friday. It is after work. I should be drinking. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not. Anyways, maybe after this video. It's Friday evening and happy hour somewhere. But yes, so I am late. I normally upload on Sundays, but and I may or may not upload this Sunday. I might do a Stitch With Me video this Sunday. I'm a little tossed up. I'll tell you why in a little bit. But the last couple of weeks have been like a whirlwind. It was Mr. G's and my birthdays were 2 days apart, but a year. Technically a year, but for 2 days it's 2 years because he's, and I rub it in all the time. He thinks it's hilarious. But it was nice because Mr. G came home for my birthday, on my birthday, and we got to go out for a really lovely dinner. There's a restaurant that we both really like, in our community. And you know, with COVID, they had shut down for a really long time, and now they're taking 25% capacity seating, and you get a 90-minute window to have a reservation, but because it was my birthday, they let us stay a little longer. And it was just really, really, really nice. And he was happy because he finally got to, well, he was home and he got to celebrate. And but we got to go to the restaurant he's been, you know, wanting to go to for months and months and months. Every time he comes home, he is like, can we get a reservation there yet? So that was fun. And then I want to say thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. You guys were so sweet. I know I have a lot of comments to go through. I have hearted everybody because I've read you all. I just have not had like not even 20 seconds to respond to most of the comments. I started one day and then got distracted by life. And so I will go and respond to your comments, but thank you so much to everybody who reached out and wished either Mr. G or myself a happy birthday. That was really, really sweet. We have such an awesome giving community, and I just can't thank you enough. My kids, they were sweet, and my granddaughter, you know, from the moment she got out of the car and ran into the house, you know, because I homeschool her here. Not homeschool, remote school her here. She, you know, happy birthday, Grammy. And it was just, it was so sweet. So anyways, yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. The plants, just an update on the plants. They're still alive. This one, so I name my plants. My granddaughter thinks I'm crazy, but like I have Ursula, the umbrella plant, and Maleficent, the monstera, and this one is a peace lily, so I called her Priscilla, but she became Drama Drusilla Drusilla, because I came in here one day. Now granted, this room, I don't have coverings on the window, and I should, but I haven't got there yet. And we've had some great weather in the Pacific Northwest. Not the last few days, it's been, but we've had some really nice weather. Well, I forgot. And she was sitting in here baking in the sun, and she like went limp, and she was like, oh, it was In fact, funny story. So His Highness wakes me up, and I'm sorry, you'll hear him. He's snoring again beside me because he sleeps 24 hours a day. Isn't that like 27 hours a day? He sleeps a lot, you guys. Anyway, he wakes me up to go to the bathroom at like between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And so the outside is over here. So while he does his business and everything, I come into my craft room and I sit and I fondle all my goodies and, you know, think of what project I should do next. And I open the door and I see Priscilla, aka Drusilla, and she is like, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, right? I grab her, I'm like, you will not die on me. I can't kill you. You're supposed to be like almost indestructible. And so I ran upstairs and I stuck her in the sink and I'm like running water in the sink so she can get it up from, you know, underneath. And oh my goodness, she's perked up. She's fine. She's fine. I've learned my lesson. When it's hot outside, soil dries real fast, and she don't like it. So, but everybody else is still alive, including humans and pets, but mostly the plants. So, and then because the weather has been so good here, I have not done a lot of landscaping around here, and Mr. G and I started doing some like a couple of years ago, but that was before he started trucking and he wasn't home. And so, and there's things that I just can't do. And so with him not home, the front yard kind of got neglected for the last couple of years. And so I'm sure my neighbors, you know, because I'm one of those homes that you see like right at the end of the street before you turn. And so I'm sure that my neighbors are like, okay, Lisa, get your stuff together. Like those pretty yellow weeds that you're growing, you're doing a great job. And and so it was like, okay, so I decided that I would spend like an hour a day in the upper part of one of my gardens and just start weeding in there, because that's all it was, weeds and grass. And so I started doing that. And then as I was doing that, I'm like, let's give myself an incentive and buy some plants to go in there. So then I had to like do a couple of trips to the nursery. And then when Mr. G was home, on my birthday, we went to the nursery for my birthday and bought some plants. And so that was so much fun. And so, you know, I had like all of these plants, but of course the garden wasn't ready yet. And so I've been working like an hour a day, just weeding little bits at a time, right? Because if I'm normally a gung-ho kind of girl, like let's get it all done. And then I break myself because, you know, I spend like 10 hours out there doing this, and I've got no business spending 10 hours doing any job. Whew, it's labor intensive, because then I'm down for 2 weeks. So I thought, okay, let's pace myself. I'll do it an hour a night, you know, after work, and the weather's just nice enough that it's not too hot, not too cold, perfect, right? And then I had all these plants that were like giving me the incentive to keep going, because they got to be planted or they're going to die, and I can't kill the friends. So I got it done, you guys. It took me a while. It took me almost 2 weeks, but first of the weeding and then replanting, because I had to add soil and all the things. And so, yeah, and the weather was so nice. The one weekend that I was supposed to upload, that I was planting. So, and as a consequence, I've gotten very little stitching done. So, and then one day I did spend like 6 hours outside. It was not intentional. It was just a really nice day. Neighbors stopped by. We were chatting. Time got away from me. I was planting some stuff, and then, you know, redoing other areas of the yard, like thinking of how I wanted to landscape it. And time just got away from me, and then I was exhausted. So there's that. What else? Oh, and then my youngest came home Mr. G came home. Mr. G came home actually this Monday. It's Friday. He left. He left this morning. But he was home for 3 days, so that was really nice. And we went out. We have a big tree in the backyard, and you know, grows a lot. And so some of the branches needed to be cut down. So he went on out there with the chainsaw, and I learned how to be a lumberjack and use the chainsaw. And let me tell you what, that is definitely not doing that as a job ever. My back hurt. My arms hurt. It's hard work, you guys. It's hard work. And we only took down like maybe five big branches so far. From the actual tree, like not just, you know, snipping from the ends or anything. No, right from the trunk of the tree, we took off 5 limbs because they were coming down too far, and it just needed to be limbed up, I guess, whatever the word is here. And then the other thing is oh, and then my daughter on Sunday morning, Sunday when I was going to upload, my daughter FaceTime me, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna go to IKEA this morning, and IKEA is like super close to me, and she's like, you want to meet me there? And I'm like, it's Sunday and it's kind of like sleeping day, and I mean they open at 9:30, right? So she calls me at 9, and I'm like, but and she's like, so of course I'm never gonna refuse a date with my daughter. So I did that, and then I went thrifting, and the whole day just went away. So yeah, that's my saga. Weather, work, children, Mr. G, landscaping, yard work, whatever. And then somebody mentioned to me, one of my subscribers had sent me a message and said, you know that there's a thing that has like buy me a coffee link, and because I would really like to, like, you know, send you stuff, but I don't know your address, and you know, this seems like a really great way to do it. And I'm like, okay. So I did a little research, and I found out about this buy me a coffee link. And so if you are interested, no obligation in any way, shape, or form, but I have put a link in my description below, and that buy me a coffee is actually help me do finishing for, you know, all of these. I mean, I don't finish a lot, but I do have some pieces finished, and I don't know how to finish yet, and I'm not brave enough to frame my own stuff, especially like the samplers and that kind of thing that I want really well. And framing and finishing is expensive, you guys. So if that is something that you would like to do, that would help me, and then I'll be able to share that in future videos, which will be kind of fun. So anyways, thank you in advance if that is what you would like to do. And then I had a little sadness. You guys, because I get an email one day, and I was so excited. You have been taken off, you know, you StitchCon waitlist, you're off of it, you have a spot, here's your invoice, pay. And I looked at both of the dates that were offered, and I was like, oh, because I put myself on the wait list when before, you know, COVID, well, not really before COVID, but before we found out that remote learning was going to be like a real thing, and that it was going to continue on. And so unfortunately it's just over the little school time, and there's no way that I could take that kind of time off and go to StitchCon. So sadly I had to give up my spot. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for next year I'm gonna have to go on the wait list again, and or yeah, I guess that's how it works, and hopefully I will get a spot next year. Yeah, but it was a little sadness. I was so happy when I saw that email. I was like, haha, yay! And then I looked at the dates, and I'm like, no. Anyway, all right. How about the stitching, as I've just talked for 15 minutes? like I told you guys, the stitching was not fantastic. I already had a whip go fail, which I'll talk about. And yeah, so monthly Orny Sal, hashtag monthly Orny Sal. It is April 30th. I am not done. I was doing so great. January, February, March, had it all together. I was even early, and I am not. It is April 30th. I might get it done tonight. Maybe. Chances are probably not. But this was my little ornament for the monthly Orny Sal. This cute little Prairie Schooler chart. And they're tiny. It's not like they're huge or anything, but I did get some progress done on it. This is a 16 count fiddler's cloth, oatmeal, maybe something like that. 2 colors, which is fantastic. But yeah, I still have quite a bit of the pattern left to do. And as you all know, I'm not a fast stitcher, so even though it does not look like there's a lot going on here, see, look at that. You would think that I should get that done in a night, right? Like, some of these people are like, oh yeah, and I finished this in a few hours. And I'm like, how? I went to the little house one day and I spent 2.5 hours working just exclusively on this pattern. I didn't, pay attention to her, didn't feed her, wasn't working, nothing. I was watching a show and I was stitching, and I had the moon done and the face and I think the hand. This all took me 2.5 hours, you guys, plus the 2.5 hours. And people are like, oh yeah, I got that done in like a couple hours. How? What are you doing? Because this is stitched in hand and everything. It's not like I'm poking stabbing. No. I don't get it. I am a slow stitcher. I am okay with it. Okay, and then what else did I work on? This is really sad. My Whip Go. I did my Whip Go board piece, and one of them was Pet All the Dogs by Teresa Kogut. This pattern here, Pet All the Dogs. Love this pattern. So this was one of the ones that was called for Whip Go. And I did get my 10 hours in. I did. So I got a lot more here. Let me see here. I got a lot more in the tree, in this tree done. And then I did some of the red. And what else did I do? I feel like I did some other stuff. I don't remember, but I did get 10 hours of work done into this piece. And it's the only Whip Go piece I got done, because my other one that I was supposed to do, which was Modern Folk Arts 2020 Sal. Nope, I did not get to it at all. So sadly, that did not happen. And then I feel like not much. And then I had my birthday sal, and thank you to all of you who joined in to my birthday sal, which was All Hallows Birthday Sal, All Hallows Birthday Sal on Instagram hashtag. And the piece that I chose was Cottage Garden Samplings Halloween Sampler 2. Last year, or maybe the year before, I had completed the original Halloween Sampler. And when Halloween Sampler 2 came out, I was like, oh, that would be perfect for my birthday. And so this is what I've gotten. There we go. This is what I've gotten done on it so far. Actually, it's a really easy, very easy stitch, quite honestly. So what hung me up was I started with, so this is done in Anchor Black, and the colors that are in the pattern, most of it is DMC, but there are a couple of fancy flosses, and one was a carriage sampling, no, Gentle Arts Carriage Black and Picket Fence. And then Weeks Dye Works Coal. So this was, the capital letters were supposed to be Carriage Black, and then the little letters are supposed to be done in coal. Well, my coal, I didn't like my Carriage Black. My Carriage Black did not have the variegation that it does in the chart, and so, or in the picture. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to spend, you know, that money on fancy floss when, you know, Anchor Black is great and I love it and it covers well and it's a nice black. It's a nice, rich black. And then I looked at the little letters and I'm like, okay, well, we need some definition in those little letters. And so I pulled out, or maybe I didn't have coal, but I didn't see like a whole lot of definition. And so I was like, okay, so I picked up some Threadworks 11213, which is what this color is. And then I took a DMC, which is 9971. I'm not sure if that's right or not. 3799. It's 3799. And I posted it on Instagram, and most people said that the PPLE, that looked, you know, better, nicer as a definition. But you know me, and I can't leave well enough alone. So I was like, well, I'm going to my LNS anyways. So let's see what Miss Denise says. And so we picked out, you know, several different blacks and put them up against this and the lettering and everything. And you know what we ended up with? Weeks Dye Works Coal. Weeks Dye Works Coal. It is just a touch off from this, but it gave it the definite, or we think it's going to give it the definition. So I'm going to put it in fear, in the word fear, and then, you know, compare all three, which is why I haven't pulled anything out yet. But that's what I've done so far on my birthday start. And again, thank you all so much for those of you who decided to, you know, join me for my birthday month stitching. And I'm sorry I did not post as much as I normally do. And I've told you all before, I'm a horrible Sal person. And yeah, unfortunately. And then of course the weather was so good in my birthday month, which is not always the case. So yeah, so that's all the stitching I got done, you guys. I know, I can't believe it either. Like, I feel like I've done something else, but I don't know what it is. So, and clearly it did not jump out at me when I got myself together for this. And really, I wing everything by the seat of my pants. So, that's what I do. Okay, so how about we talk about plans? Which is kind of out of order, but we're going to do plans. So, everybody who's a floss tuber with a needle knows about Brenda and the Serial Starter, aka Laura, that they're starting, or they're doing a Blackbird Weekend, hashtag Blackbird Weekend, I think it is. I'll link it down below. But, you know, you basically work on any blackbird that you would like, starting May the 1st, so May 1st, 2nd. And I thought, because it's actually my grandma's birthday on May 1st, she was a May baby, May 1st. And so this piece I have been doing because it reminds me of my grandma. And it's called The Light Upon the Lawn, and it's a blackbird design. And so I thought it was completely fitting to work on this on May 1st, 2nd, for her birthday. So this is the piece that I'm going to work on. And if I do a Stitch With Me video on Sunday, I am going to pull out a different Blackbird that I've been wanting to start to do a Stitch With Me. So potentially there will be 2 Blackbirds done in the weekend. Not done, worked on. Let's not get excited. Nothing's getting done. So that's that plan. And then Stitch Maynia is coming. And Maynia plans. In years past for Maynia, so the very first year that I started back in stitching was 2017. And I didn't go totally gung-ho in 2017. I was just back new into stitching. I didn't have that much stuff yet. Sort of a lie. Not really though. Like I didn't have the kits and all the things that I have now. I had a few patterns and I had lots of DMC. I have a couple of full collections of DMC, and some of it's like super old, like from the early 90s. So it's been around a long time. And so I was like, yeah, I did not do a whole lot. And in fact, the Country Cottage Samplings Halloween Sampler was one I started in 2017. And it was also my first foray into fancy floss, because I had never purchased fancy floss before. And so I bought a couple of skeins of that to do that pattern. And at first I was like, why am I spending so much money that I don't notice a big difference? And when you put the piece away from you, yes, there is a difference. But my little untrained, why am I paying $2.50 or $2.60 or whatever it was a skein when I can, at the time it was what, 45 cents at Michael's and Joann's, you know, what a difference. And so, but it looks fantastic with the fancy floss. And so, yeah, so anyways, I didn't do a whole lot, starting that first Maynia. And the second year I did Maynia, 2018, I went all out. And I think I did a start a week, which for me was big back then because, you know, and then 2019, I think I did a lot anyways. And then 2020, I reined myself back in and went, whoo, girl, you got a lot of whips and not a lot of finishes. And so I don't remember what I did for, I honestly don't remember what I did for, I mean, I don't remember what I ate for lunch this morning or this afternoon. So trying to remember what I did a couple of years ago, not really there. But I did do a lot in a few years. But I learned that Stitch Maynia is what you make it. You know, you make it what you want it to be. When it first started in 2015, it was start 15 whips, or start 15 projects. And then 2016, you know, 16 projects, blah, blah, blah. And then some people started doing like Seam Mania or Whip Mania or, you know, like all kinds of versions of Maynia. And so you make it whatever you would like it to be. So this year, I think what I'm going to do is, because I have a huge love of Mirabilias, and I have a lot of Mirabilias. In fact, I have some new Mirabilias in my stash, or in my haul that I'll show in a little bit, that I'm going to do Mirabilia Maynia. And so what I'm going to do is every Monday, I'm going to start a brand new Mirabilia. I am going to stitch on it. The next day, I will do a very short video of the progress. And so each night I will do a short video for that week, and then I'll upload it at the end of the week so that you can see the progress from Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday will be other stitching and my normal videos. And so I think that that's what I'm going to do for Maynia. It'll be the first time I've ever done like a, I guess, is it called vlog style videoing? I have never done that before. And that's going to be a small commitment on for me because, yeah, but insomnia is a real thing. And so maybe I'll get those videos done at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? From stitching from the night before. So hopefully, and then we'll be able to see like the progress of the piece, whatever it's going to be for that week. So I think I'm going to pull out, I didn't even look. How many Mondays are there in May? Are there 4 or 5? I didn't even look, but whatever there are, that's how many mirrors that I will start for that month. So that's my plan. That's my plan. And then Blackbird Weekend, and then of course WhipGo. The new WhipGo numbers were pulled by Jessie Marie Does Stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Flosstube. And the numbers were 19 and 22, I believe. And so 19 is Cinnamon Stars. So Cinnamon Stars is coming back out. And so I have to find it first. And the other one that is going to be started is Mary Bates, 1796 by Shakespeare's Peddler. And, oh, that's not good, is it? Can't see that. A lot of words going on here. But this border is killer. And unfortunately, I just don't think that this picture does this justice. And it's not Mary Bates, it's Mary Bate, 1796. So I'm excited to work on this. And I've pulled the flosses. The flosses have been pulled. This was actually part of my parade of kits, something like that. So that's what I'm going to work on for my WhipGo. And so I'm going to actually start that one first while I frantically look for Cinnamon Stars, because I don't know where it went. This is what happens when I semi-organize. Yeah. Okay. What next, you guys? How about stash or haul? First off, I went to my mail and I received a lovely Stitchy Kindness. And I was just so thrilled when I opened up my box and saw this in there. One of my viewers who had won one of the charts from my Pass the Stash, which, you know, you guys don't need to reciprocate. I love, you know, knowing that you got it. But yeah, I mean, it's just so kind and generous when you guys send things back. It makes my day. It really makes my day. So, she knew that, you know, obviously I love the Halloween, and she had 2 of these in her possession. And so she sent one to me. And so Glory be Hauntsville. Is that not cute? That's super cute. So pretty thrilled that I got that. So thank you so much. You know who you are. And I've sent back an email. So that was really sweet. And then of course there were birthday cards, and just, you know, you guys, the kindness is just, thank you. Thank you. All right. So I had gone to, well, I told you I've done some thrifting, and I tell you guys, there are so many needlepoint, cross stitch, petty point pieces in all of the thrift stores that I've gone to. It is just, it's so sad. Like, it is, what's sad is the price that they put on things. That, you know, like something from Bed Bath & Beyond will be $12.99, but something that is beautifully framed and beautifully done is $5.99. Like, it blows my mind. But I can't save them all, and so many are just not my style. And, you know, some things, like I thought maybe I'd like it for the frame or something like that, because some things are framed, you know, absolutely beautifully and professionally done. And, but at one of the thrifting stores, and can I just tell you, remember how I told you when I bought the desk for my sewing table, it was like $12.99. They've jacked up the price considerably at Value Village. They're now like $49. Like the same thing, $49. And I'm like, my goodness. So, you know, I guess, I don't know, do they have like different people who price things, and they just go, oh, today we're just marking everything at this price? I don't know how the pricing scheme is, but it is amazing to me that I can find like cut crystal, beautiful, you know, beautiful things, $2.99. But then you get like a piece of not even anything fantastic, and they want like $8.99, $12.99, and I'm like, who's pricing this stuff? Anywho, at one of the thrifting places, I found these two little pieces. And what I thought was cute is, I mean, the frames, they're resin, plastic, whatever, though they don't look like it in any way, shape, or form. And then this, it must be, well, it's not, I don't know. Anyways, is this petty point, needle point? I'm not sure. Anyway, one of them is, this is the Montana State flower. Whoever had done this and had it framed wrote on the back the Montana State flower, and then this is the Washington State flower. But I just thought that they were so pretty and so well done, and they were 99 cents and $1.99, because apparently they couldn't figure out that they were a set or something, and so they priced them different. I don't know. But I mean, come on, 99 cents. And then I told you guys in my last video that I was, or maybe I mentioned it, maybe, I don't know. I don't even remember. But I'd gone to my L&S once and picked up, oh yeah, no, it was in my video where I needed to get like 5 more, you know, threads of 11212 to finish Miss Cordelia, my witch pattern. And so I went to my L&S to pick that up. And then while I was there, I totally forgot to show these pieces to you guys in my last video. I don't know what I was thinking. If you guys are not watching Lori of Mischievous Stitches, I'll link her below. But if you're not watching her, you should. She's fantastic. And I was watching her one day, and she showed this chart by JBW Designs, Green Gables, and it's in honor of Anne, and I love all things Anne of Green Gables. And while I was flipping through some of the charts, this was in the new section, and it was the only one, and I was like, I'd been looking for it called Anne. I think I was looking for the chart named Anne of Green Gables. I didn't realize it was called Green Gables. And so, you know, of course, it didn't come up. And so when I saw it, I was like, huh, well, that's PEI. Oh my goodness, this is the chart that Lori of Mischievous Stitches had been doing. And so, and I believe she's finished hers. So you should go check out her video because it's beautiful. And so when I found this, I was like, yes, I have to get that. So that was one of the patterns that I bought while I was there. And then the other one was Needlework Press, Jane Plenderleith, 1838. I picked that up too. Now, if I recall correctly, there's some There's no 1/1. There's no 1/, I don't think that there's any 1/1 in this pattern. So this would be a great one. I'm just double checking if it says. There's some eyelets. Yes, it's all cross stitch except for eyelets in a couple of places. So beautiful, beautiful chart. Beautiful. And so I purchased that. Well, then, was it Saturday last week? Saturday last week, I had to go back into my LNS. I mean, I had to. I actually did. For a reason which I can't remember now, but she had some stuff on hold for me and I needed to, oh, I know, ding, ding. I was looking for another color, what the color should be for the, for my Halloween pattern, the Halloween samplers too. And so I picked up a couple of skeins of coal. I got a couple more classic color works, flosses, licorice red, the new vanilla custard, and black coffee. Because vanilla custard didn't come in my little thingy, I got two of a chocolate one instead. Totally fine though, because you know, gonna use it. And then I needed to get a couple of Caron water lilies. Look at how beautiful these are. And you know which pattern this goes with? The new Mirabilia, Ophelia. Is she not pretty? Oh, she's gorgeous. Look at her. Just look at her. She's so pretty. And so those Caron water lilies, especially the one that's got a lot of purple and green in it, that's these flowers all in here. So pretty. So pretty. And then while I was there, I was like, I should have a look around and buy more stuff. So I did. Got a little bonus at work. It was nice. Support your local businesses. Why not? So I'll support with buying charts. So along with that Mirabilia, I also picked up 2 Nora Corbetts that I did not have. That one, that girl there, Miss Ginkgo, and she's part of the Autumn Pixies collection from Nora Corbett. Did I say Nora Roberts? Oh, Nora Corbett. And then this one here, Angel White Trumpet, which is part of the Poison Pixies. I love the Poison Pixies line. They're just beautiful. Just pretty. And then I picked up a Little House Needleworks, Bo Peep and Her Sheep. Oh, sorry for the glare. And then I picked up October House Flosstube Friends. And I've seen a couple of people stitching this already. Looks really cute. And then I got Stacy Nash Primitives Be Kind sampler. And I believe, was this released at the In Lieu of Nashville? What the heck was it called? I lost it. Anyways, and then With Thy Needle and Thread, Hannah Ann Wallace, 1850. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Now this does have 1/1 in it. Her name is 1/1. So as is the alphabet, the little alphabet here. So I'm gonna have to work some magic. I don't know. I might do this on a 20 count Ada. I have to see what size this is going to be, but I might do it on a 20 count, which means then it would be a 10. Yeah, that's pretty big. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the size is. And if I can maybe redo something, figure out those letters. And then Hands Across the Sea, the new 2021 Queen of the May sampler, or yeah, Queen of the May came out, and it's Matilda Swallow 1820. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Oop. That's a horrible glare, sorry. So that came out and I had to have that. I've got quite a few years of Queen of the May, or as many as I've been able to find so far. And again, my grandma was born May 1st and we used to call her Queen of May. So, and then Anchor Floss, Anchor Black, because you can never have too much Anchor Black. I've already gone through a box, and so I had to pick up another box. Add two. And then some of my of the months came, and so my Be Stitch Me fabric for April came, and it is called Bronze Age. So pretty. And this is the April floss of the month, fabric of the month. And then there was floss of the month too. And I forgot to take it out, sorry. And so 50 skeins of Brandy's beautiful silk. And they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Beautiful. Oh, so pretty. Love these colors. I'm thinking at some point, instead of Karen Water Lilies, because them's is expensive, I'm wondering if some of these Be Stitch Me silks may work. I'm getting quite a stash of them, and they're beautiful. Just beautiful. And then Coloring Cottons. Fabric of the month came. This is March's fabric of the month, and it is called Parthenon, and I'm in their neutral club as well. But look at the model. This is so pretty. This is beautiful, and again, a perfect sampler. I mean, perfect. And then the floss of the month as well came. They're all plant colors. Oh, that's not true. Raw linen, succulent, and ivy. Beautiful. So those came. Then, did I get any other months? No. And then, okay, so watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter, aka Laura. It's not Brenda and Laura, aka the Cereal Starter. No, it's Brenda and Laura. I mean, Brenda and the Cereal Starter, aka Laura. They're dangerous to watch because not only is it beautiful eye candy, they're hilarious. And, you know, have beautiful stitching, beautiful patterns, show so much goodness. They're massive enablers. So they have mentioned a couple of times these beautiful bags they get from Barry. Her name is Barry Hamby, and she is Stitch Folk on Etsy. No, Stitch Folk Shop on Etsy. And I think she might be Stitch Folk on Instagram. But that is that's her card. And I will link her Etsy shop below. And she posts bags at certain times, and then she will post, I think how it went was she posted on Instagram a couple of what they were going to look like, the day that they were going to go up, and the time. And I tell you what, you best be quick. It's almost like a Clay by Kim, you know, thing all over again. You best be quick, because within 6 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, all of the stuff was gone. All of it. All of it. So I was able to purchase a couple of things. Came in this beautiful packaging. It was gorgeous. And so the first one that I got was this gorgeous bag here. Now this is supposed to fit an 11 by 11 Q-step, I believe she said. So absolutely gorgeous, the front, the back, and then it came with a floss, what do we call this? A floss keeper. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful stitching, absolutely gorgeous. The inside fabric, oh, so pretty. Very lightly padded. I mean, this bag is absolutely gorgeous. So I got one. I got two. And so I was also able to get this bag here. I mean, how cute is that? Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then the back fabric. Lovely. And then inside fabric, little polka dots, white polka dots, so pretty. And then it also came with a floss keeper. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm thrilled that I was finally able to get one of these. I've missed her sale several times, and so I was thrilled to be able to get one of those. Well worth it. Well worth it. Not one, two. And then Kitten Stitcher, I'm on her newsletter, and so I get a newsletter a couple of times, and she posts things, and I'm like, ooh, let's go see what she's got. So she had a couple of things, I think, that were in the sale area or clearance area, and I've been wanting to try, is it XJU Designs or XJU Designs? I'm not sure how you say it. But there was these flosses in there. This was the Halloween 2020 Friday the 13th collection. And so it came with the floss, and then it also came with this beautiful embellishment. And these colors are all up my alley for Halloween. They're absolutely, like, look at this green. Look at this green. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Yep, so that, I believe that these were on sale for like such a good price, like half off. And so I was like, well, I mean, floss. You never have enough floss, right? And then the second one was, this was the Merry Christmas collection, and just, I mean, look at these, so pretty. So I thought, you know, for half price, let's try these flosses and see what they're like. And I mean, support small business. And then I had to get a couple of patterns. I did. I had to. So from Not Forgotten Farms, this is My Threads Are Cut. I thought that that would be a great sampler pattern to do. Super cute. And then La-Di-Da. I love La-Di-Da. And who was I watching that showed a bunch of La-Di-Da? And I was like, huh, I'm going to need to go and find these La-Di-Das. Who was it? It was Jen. It was Jen from, I'm going to get her name. I forgot her name. I'm going to put it down below. But she showed a bunch of La-Di-Das, and I was like, Stitchin, oh, for goodness sakes. So bad with names. My children are lucky I remember theirs most of the time. Anyways, the first pattern that I bought for La-Di-Da, I love La-Di-Da patterns, Little Brick House. I mean, look at that checkered brick house. I mean, yes, please. Yes, please. And then Bo Peep, No Sheep. Oh, so cute. So cute. That tree. That tree. And then The Commandments. Oh, I've been looking for this one actually for a while. So, love that one too. And then there was a little freebie that came from LadyRobynS called Love Ya. And then from Hewitt Hill Samplers, Mary Woodcock, 1848. Also another really beautiful sampler. And then a Kathy Barrick, Susan Hillier, 1852. I love working on Kathy Barrick designs. Beautiful patterns. Lovely, lovely. And then this one by Linda at Needle Made Designs. This one is called Lucretia or yeah, I think it's Lucretia. Dibble, 1797 of Torringford. I don't know. But I love this too. And then there's like a whole Connecticut in Torringford, Connecticut. Her grandfather founded that town, Thomas Dibble. So she was Lucretia or Lucretia Dibble. Who knows? I don't know. Somebody knows. But I looked at this pattern and I was like, oh, this is so, so beautiful. So got all of that from Kitten Stitcher. It was a nice package that came. And then one more little bit of haul. I was watching, what was her name? I'm going to get it. I am going to get it. ColoradoCrossStitcher. And she showed on the back of her frames that, you know, you can put, what are people calling them? The little cards, like info cards on the back. Like Kathy Barrick does some beautiful ones. And you put your name and your information, you know, what the pattern is, the date you did it, any information that you want, you know, you're going to pass it on to somebody who you want that person to be, whatever the case is, right? And you can put those on there. Well, ColoradoCrossStitcher, she had another idea, and she used library cards and envelopes. And so she showed them. They're self-sealing, so they've got, you know, they're sticky, these envelopes, and you put that on the back of your frame, and then you use one of these library cards, and then you put your information in there. And so it's a little pocket, you know, and you can pick it out and whatever. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of smart. So I went online. She provided a link, but the link went to like a sold out page. And so I found another buyer, probably like $1 more or something. But I got, did I get 50? I got 100 envelopes and 100 cards for $13, something like that. And I thought, oh, that's really great, because, you know, I can put information on both sides of this card if I want. And I just thought that it was just what a great idea. So I had to pick up some of that, because while I like those, you know, they're book plates. That's what we used to put them in, you know, special books back in the day. And it said this book belongs to. Think that that's the same kind of principle, possibly. And they're really beautiful. But this is just simpler and a little cheaper, because I'm cheap. Okay. How about we do the giveaway winner for my last giveaway that I did, because I had finished Cordelia. That's what I named her, was Cordelia. She's actually Witch by LadyRobynS. And I had a viewer or a subscriber who said, I'm really surprised you didn't use the word table skirt as your word, you know, for people to use. And I'm like, smart. All I can say is I still wasn't feeling great when I did that video. And so my brains weren't quite working yet. I don't know, but that would have been smart. But no, I used the word witch. Not even Cordelia, because whew, that would have been real hard to spell maybe. I don't know. But let's just have one more little gander at Cordelia. This is what she'll look like when she's finished. If you use a dark color, you do you. I've heard other people use like orange, purple, you know, whatever. It's completely up to you. Anyways, the winner of this pattern, Witch, it is going to Katie Did Stitches. Katie Did Stitches. It's here. So congratulations, Katie. You please email me. My information is in the description below, and I will get this pattern off to you, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. And thank you all for some of the comments about the witch was hilarious, and I think the consensus was Cordelia is a fantastic name for her, the witch name. I loved it. Okay, how about Spotlight? The sun is like I'm so sorry. Let's do Spotlight on a Stitcher. So brand new Flosstuber in the last little while. Her name is Sam, and her channel name is Stitch Again Sam. And I don't remember where she lives. I'm so sorry, Sam. But she was a stitcher back in the 80s, 90s, and did a lot of different stitching. I think pieces that she had given away. And she has come back to stitching recently, and currently she's got 2 videos up, and yeah, just, I mean, the patterns that she does. So anyways, she, over the years, you know, having kids and then different crafts, that kind of thing, you know, she was a card maker, she cross-stitch or crocheted, you know, all those kinds of, like, you know, we all get into, oh, that seems like a great craft, let's try that. And so she had done all of that. Well, she got back into stitching this year, last year, early. The heat did something up here. Anyways, she's got 2 videos, very, very well worth going to check out. She's got 2 teenage daughters, and who are both swimmers, which I totally relate to because my son was a competitive swimmer for 10 years. And well, I mean, he wasn't competitive for all those 10 years. In fact, boy almost drowned, but that's a whole other story. But what she does is she takes her stitching with her when she is you know, taking them to practices and that kind of thing. And I'm like, huh, that would have been smart. That would have been smart. I might have gotten some stuff done, but no, I didn't do that. So anyways, she stitches while they're swimming. She did a wedding sampler, which she showed in her first video. And, you know, it's in the style of the 90s, you know, with the matting and just the style of stitching that we had back then. And but it's really funny to see the progression of stuff. She likes doing nice, fun, bright patterns. She does a lot of Emma Cogden patterns, which, you know, I mean, Stitchrovia is beautiful. She likes to stitch, what does she call it? In categories. So, you know, like seasons and not fancy ladies, but you know, like that kind of thing. So she does that, and she's got kind of like a rotation of how she stitches within her category, which I thought was really fun. She's going to be doing Maynia. This is her first Maynia. And I think, you know, again, Maynia is what you make it. But when you ask for advice for Maynia, you get people who that's, you know, they did it how they made it. And I think she got all overwhelmed because she's like, I'm not starting 21 new starts. Ooh, that's a lot of starts. And so she's decided on 8 starts. I believe it was 8 starts for Maynia. And so it'll be fun to see her progression in those. And then I was watching her second video, and I learned something because both Mr. G and Mr. G loves to watch YouTube videos on cooking, and loves to watch like the smoker cookers and, you know, like the backwood cookers and, you know, all that, right? And so he's been wanting a smoker for a really long time, but he's not home. And so, you know, I'm like, oh, smokers are a lot of money. And so she was talking about a Traeger, and her husband bought a Traeger just recently, and they bought the Costco one, which I had looked at the other day and thought, maybe for Father's Day, that would be a really great gift for Mr. G. And so I'm going to go have another look at it because of her video and her talking about this smoker and all the great things that, you know, it does, and cost-wise and that whole deal. So anyways, I learned something from her videos too. So Stitch Again Sam, if you're looking for a new floss tuber, like I said, she's got 2 videos out. Go support her. And yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I think I did it all right. Floss tuber, yep, giveaways, haul, thank yous. And again, thank you all so very much. I know I don't respond as quickly as I should, and it's not because I don't appreciate you. I really do. And honestly, excuses are excuses, right? But I barely get enough stitching in as it is, and between insomnia, hot flashes, the things that are happening. Having my birthday was a lot of fun, but things are happening, and I'm sure that many of you can relate. Oh, goodness sakes. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I am hoping that I will be able to upload again on Sunday with a stitch with me and work on a Blackbird. I am looking forward to seeing what everybody is working on in the hashtag. I believe it's hashtag Blackbird Weekend that Brenda and the Serial Starter, aka Laura, are promoting in Instagram. And yeah, I hope that where you are staying safe and healthy. Remember, even if you're vaccinated, please wear your mask, wash your hands, do all the things. Stay safe and healthy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.